I am very excited to have my next guest join us. He's a talented singer and songwriter who just dropped a new song called Stoned. It is Ben Chandler. Ben, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. No, we were just chatting right before this how you're my very first chat of the new year, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
I love this vibe. 10 months in, 9 months, whatever, how many months this has been going on for, I love getting a peek inside artists' studios and in their homes and things like that. And I love this vibe that you have going on. Where are you right now?
I'm just in my room down here in Florida. And yeah, I just got, some little fancy smart lights that I can control with my phone. And I really enjoy colors and I enjoy just being able to have a room that's not just like a white light. So yeah, just chilling.
Oh, it's awesome. It reminds me of some of those TikToks that kids have been doing with the
Yeah.
various flashing lights and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Have you utilized this as well for TikTok and social media?
Yeah, whenever I record a video, I'll definitely change the lights to the theme of whatever is going on. So yeah, I've definitely utilized it to the best experience. But I think I honestly these lights like help me. Like whenever I'm making a song or whatever, recording here in my room, I'll whatever like if I'm not feeling the light, if I'm not feeling the vibe, I'll change it to a different color and it'll actually like I feel it like affect the way how I feel in the room and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting.
It's really interesting you bring that up because some people say that they see colors when they listen to music, and
Yeah.
to hear you say that's actually part of the recording process, that's really interesting. Do you alternate the lights as well during the writing of lyrics, as well as
Uh,
the sonics of it?
um yeah, I think mainly whenever I'll kind of usually have it on like this blue color, it's kind of my go-to. But yeah, I mean, if it's kind of late night and I'm kind of making some more like contemporary stuff, I'll change it to like a nice like deep purple or something, or I'll put it on like a little phaser. And yeah, I mean, it'll definitely affect like the way I'm feeling about the music that I'll be making or just even writing as well. Yeah, I mean, even when I go to like just other studios, I always ask them, "Yo, do you guys have like some light color switch thing?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, of course." And then they'll always ask me like, "What do you want to set the vibe as?" So I think honestly, I think it's kind of like a norm now when you go to a studio to make music, or I feel like any kind of art that like the room colors kind of sets the vibe for everything and sets the tone.
I said at the top, you just dropped a new song called Stoned. And man, the number of people that are doing skate videos or even some surf videos to that
Yeah.
track is so fitting. And was Stoned a continuation of some of the material you released last year, or is this something more recent?
It was definitely something more recent, but I mean, ever since the whole lockdown thing has happened, and I live in Florida, it's kind of just crazy here. Like a lot of people don't really care about it, which is really stupid. Um, so I've just been trying to take care of myself and my family to the best of my ability by just, still kind of staying in that lockdown zone. And that mentality kind of carried over like that, the energy that I had and the vibes that I had from the original lockdown, kind of carried over with that song. And it also was just, um, I mean, I don't know. I like to get stoned in my free time and like just relax whenever I want to relax. So it's kind of just, I was just kind of binging a little bit, and I was just like, you know what, this is something that I enjoy, so I think I'll make a song about it, and it's something I've always wanted to do, and it also kind of just fit the vibes of I'm really into skateboarding and biking and stuff like that, so it kind of just made me want to make a song just to kind of fit that kind of atmosphere and stuff like that.
It sounds like you fit in to Florida a lot better than Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
Yeah. Oh,
which is where you moved
100%. Yeah.
from and where you're originally from, right? What was that
Yeah.
like as a teenager moving? I can imagine it might have been for some people a traumatic experience. For you, it sounded like obviously a natural fit because you came into your own. But at that time, was it a bit of a culture shock, a little bit of a shift? What was your mentality at that time?
I wasn't happy for a while, I'll tell you that. I moved going into my senior year of high school. So I didn't know anybody. It was summer. Um, and I like literally left all my friends in Pittsburgh because I don't know why, honestly. And it was a great decision that I made, obviously, because now I'm here to where I am today. But it was kind of just I came home from school one day in Pittsburgh, and my parents were like, hey, you want to move to Naples? And I was like, sure. And I've always came here to vacation. My grandparents have lived here since the 90s and stuff like that. So I've been like kind of familiar with the area. But yeah, it was just kind of like a you either move now and graduate down there or graduate here in Pittsburgh and then move. It gave me the opportunity to like start life over, I guess. Like no one knows who I am. I can be who I really want to be. And I was really getting into my more artistic side. Like I really wanted to I was in bands and stuff up in Pittsburgh, but I really wanted to indulge in that and like really dive in. And I had no idea about the music scene going on down here, but I was just like, you know what? You just got to make a decision. And I just decided to come here, like just as soon as possible. So when I moved here, it was a little rough because I'm a social guy, so I didn't have like anybody to really talk to. It was just kind of me, my brother, and my mom and dad for a while. But then after like 5 or 6 months, um, I got way more accustomed to it, and I met some people. And then next thing I knew, I was um, at this place called the Back House, and that's kind of where my buddy Dom he hung out there a lot with all of his friends, and I met them, and they were all turned out to just be a bunch of music makers, and I was like, hell yeah, that's what I want to be around. And then ever since then, it just kind of clicked, and everything kind of just felt connected in a way. Like I knew I made the right decision then, and I knew it was going to be tough, but I knew that if I just keep powering through it and keep my head up, I'll like my dreams will come true. I just got to keep moving forward towards it.
And the group of guys you made friends with certainly took things to the next level. You just mentioned one of their names, Dom, referring to Dominic Fike, who a lot of people are really familiar with now. His brother Alex, who you've done some work with. I had to go back to the video to make sure the acoustic version of Crash that we received a while back from his manager Sam McAleer, and we had him on a
Yeah.
while ago as well. But it's nice to see you guys continue to support one another. In fact, I understand you guys call yourselves Lame Boys with a Z at the end. Do I have that right? And why is that?
Yeah, that's the idea. It means let all man. The lame stands for let all man evolve, let all mankind evolve. But yeah, it was just a group that I wasn't familiar with it, but they were all just kind of saying it, and I guess it was something that they came up when they were in like middle school, and I didn't really know anything about it, but they just always like Dom would always say it in songs when he was rapping and stuff like that, and like everybody would just say it, and I was like, that sounds cool. Um, but yeah, no, I met Dom through that. I met Alex through that. I'm in Dom's Three Nights video with like me, him, Alex, our buddy Quan. We're all in that. And yeah, I mean, I just kind of once I met them, it kind of all just started to like snowball. Like music just started coming more frequently. Like I was out every day just going to the studio with Alex, or I was out every day going over to Dom's house and just making stuff. But no, I mean, I met them probably a year after yeah, like 8 months to a year after I moved here is when I met them, and then it just kind of evolved into what everyone like. Dom blew up and did his thing, and we all knew it was happening. The second I moved here and I heard him, I was like, dude, this guy's not famous already. And my buddy was like, no. I was like, what the hell? I was like, how? and then and then yeah, and then we all just kept making stuff together, and now we're all doing like well for each other. We've all become the artists that we wanted to be, and it's super sick.
Yeah, before he blew up, we never really heard much that came out of Naples, Florida. But now we know,
Exactly.
now we know you, we know Yeek, we know Dominic and Alex, and who knows who else is on the come up.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. He really put Naples on the map. He really like, and we all knew that. We all knew like, okay, Dom blew up. Now we can, and like he got attention for this area, and now whoever makes music here is gonna have like an eye on them. Like, if you make a good song out of here, more people are gonna actually like listen to it and see it and hear it.
You've been quite productive during this quarantine. Hats off to you, man. I mean, you are just
Dang.
channeling it all in. EP last
Yeah.
year, you're planning transitions this year. What's the status right now, and how much is done?
Well, it's all done actually. All these songs that I've been releasing, um, starting from maybe the middle of last year, they're all part of the Transitions EP. And then the last song comes out, I believe in like February. I believe it should come out February or March. Um, And then after that, I already have 5 more songs ready to go for another project. So I'm already like, yeah. So I'm probably gonna have two. I want to have 2 projects come out this year. So I want to have this transitions finish up and kind of just tie it off, but also kickstart the year. And then these 5 next songs are just gonna rock this year because honestly, they're like my favorite songs I've ever made, and they're also super evolved from anything I've made. But they're still, indie rock alternative stuff. But they're so sick. I'm so excited for them to come out.
Well, I'm looking forward to this EP. Really appreciate your time. We got a vaccine, so hopefully we'll see you here on the West Coast at some point performing live, and appreciate your time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for having me.